All right. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Amanda. Hey, Cassie. Good morning, Nicole. How's everybody doing? I missed you guys on Friday. Wait, yes, on Friday. Hey, Beth. Thank you so much for your lovely note. I got that. Um, I'm feeling better. I'm not great though. Like, I don't love it. I don't love it. But I'm a lot better than I was. I wouldn't be here with you this morning if I wasn't, but it was definitely not the vibe. And I'm going to tell you about that because I have some theories as well. But how are you doing? How's this energy treating you? We have a little time left here in Cancer season, so we're soaking up all the water. I'm so ready for some fire, let me tell you. Janelle, how are you, Janelle? Nicole said it's been a crazy last 4 days. That's for sure. It has been. Beth says it's been intense, so ready for fire. Good morning, Allie. Hi, Denise. Yeah, I'm so ready. Janelle, when is your birthday? What's your actual birthday? I'm the worst at remembering birthdays, by the way, so please don't ever take that to heart. I forget people in my family's birthdays. Good morning. Oh, you're an August 1st, baby. It's coming up, right? Or July 18th. Okay. Good morning. Hey, Carrie. Sacred Space Death Care says, I just want to crawl into a cocoon and sleep. We've had days of rain which aren't helping that vibe. Yes, same here. Good morning, Ricky. It's very damp out here. I can't remember the word that I'm looking for when it's like humid. It's very humid. Oh. Hi, Coca-Cola. I'm new to it all. What should I read up on? Um, I don't know. Just kind of be here and enjoy. We're going to talk about the energy a little bit and we'll do some card pulls. Just get a cup of coffee and enjoy. Hi, Christine, and welcome. Oof, you've been dealing with a kidney stone, Kim. Oh my goodness, we're sending all the juju. That sounds terrible. Good morning, Victoria. Ali says, piercing headaches over the past several days. Um, Good morning. Sensation says, I also burn my sage one leaf at a time. I feel like, for this kind of stuff, if I were to light up a whole bundle, I smoke myself out. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning. Hi, Carrie. Good morning, Holly. All right, man. Hey, Freddie. All right, so let's check in. Although we kind of did already, but let's check in with numbers. My favorite. Okay, 1 to 10. 1 is you're feeling really slow, like you're moving through molasses, and 10 is like your butt's on fire. And you're like you're really feeling it. Where are we at this morning? 1 to 10. Janelle's a 6. Hey, 6 ain't bad. Heather's a 1. Uh-oh, Christine's a -1. Uh-oh. All right. Ooh, we're all over the place this morning. Oh, okay. Ooh, French fried taco. That's a good name. A solid 5 and can swing from 1 to 10. That sounds about right. Oh, hello from Cameroon. Hello. Amanda's a 3, but she's just waking up, so you should be moving slow. Some people wake up fast though. I'm not one of those people. I don't like to be rushed with my wake ups. Anna is super anxious but low energy. Oof, that doesn't sound like a good combination. I'm sorry, honey. Michelle is a 3. Holly's a 7. Ricky's an 8. All right, then. Olivia's a 4. Carrie's going 6.5. Scott's an 8. All right, so we're kind of all over the board, right? Those of you who, well, here's let's just roll. Let's roll into this energy and talk about it for a second because this has definitely been a Cancer season to remember. And tell me if this is a vibe you've been feeling. I do have Cancer energy. I'm a Cancer rising, and I do have a lot of water in my chart. So there is that. But it feels to me like this Cancer season has really revealed all of the trigger points. Okay. And it's not like you didn't know what they were before, because I feel like we kind of did. Like, we've been working on all of these things and being very cognizant of who we are, why we are, and all of those things. But it feels like the past, I don't know, 2 weeks we've had of this already, 2, 3 weeks, who knows time, um, has really made the trigger points so clear and so in your face that the only thing to do, after you like, why is this happening? The only thing to do is to address them. And that's what we're really being prompted to do. Like, how do you address trigger points? um, and last night, when I was writing an email to you guys about trigger points, I was really thinking about it in terms of the body and like myofascial release, and how if you've ever gone and had like a deep tissue massage, and like they like with those magic fingers, and they kind of like go in there and they find that point and press down on it, it's like so painful, and like it feels kind of good, but it's painful, and it also can bring up so many feelings, and you just kind of press into that and you wait, right, until that release comes. You can also take some time and like loosen up and warm up the muscle around the trigger point and just kind of work your way into there. But I don't play that way. I like to go right to the point and just like shove my thumb right in it. But anyway, that's kind of where we're at right now, right? Where we are finding those points, and it's like, all right, what do we do with them? It's impossible to just leave them, because what's happening is the longer you leave these points, the more tension continues to build up in your body. And these will be cycles that will continue over and over and over again. I've had a lot of readings with you guys lately because I did open up quite a few sessions, and because I felt like that's something we all needed right now. And one thing that I've noticed across the board is that a lot of you guys are in a place of the growth spiral where you are in similar energy that you've been before. So you're in a growth spiral, you're in a cycle that you've been before. And the difference is this time you're cognizant of it. You're aware of the fact that you're repeating some behaviors and you would like to step off of that ride. And so the question is, what are you going to do different this week? How are you going to do this differently? It doesn't have to be drastic, but there does need to be a shift in energy as far as how you treat these things. And don't worry, I have examples, but I've got to blow my nose. So hold on 1 second. We're all friends here when I'm like, pardon me, got my booger rag. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about my last week and see if you guys can resonate with this. So I already know that if I don't listen to the signs for myself that I'm getting a little burnt out. If I don't listen, I will get sick. And we've had some debate, right, about what's energy and what's being sick. I am in a place where how I feel about it for myself is that energy weakens me and then I'll get sick. It doesn't like I'll get whatever germs up, like whatever's close by. Like I'll take that. It doesn't matter what it is. Like maybe I'll get COVID, maybe I'll just get a seasonal flu, maybe I just have a cold. Like who knows what it is, but energy weakens my system and I will get sick because I don't listen, right? Just like I tell you guys to drink water and like I don't do it, I don't listen. I keep going, 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 going. And the only way to slow me down is to kick my knees out and be like, you're sick, you have to stay in bed. I know this pattern with myself, right? So I know that when I have a knockdown in energy, I'm probably going to get sick like that. On Wednesday, something happened to me where my energy was really, really high. I was in a really high place emotionally. And I've been in a really stressful stretch here for the past, 3 years, but this past month has been a lot for me. And so I was having a day that felt really, really good. My energy was super high. I was feeling like, okay, like I can just enjoy myself for a second and like not be stressed about anything. And then something happened that came out of nowhere and just like took me by surprise and shocked me into a lower vibration. Like I felt that drop. Like I felt fine. And then I felt sick. Like I felt that kind of buildup starting in my throat. And I'm like, oh my God, my sinuses are starting to get tightened. And that is what happened. And it was so clear to me that it was connected to that swift emotional, energetic drop. And I've been thinking about that because I I don't love the fact that I'm so sensitive to the energy that way, but at the same time, it makes it even more important to have really strong boundaries, right? Because we want to be sensitive to energy so that we can navigate what's going on. We want like I want to be sensitive to energy so I can help you guys, right? I can actually do my job to the best of my abilities. I need that as a function. At the same time, from in my personal life, I have to be really careful, right? And you have to be really careful that the energy that you allow closest to you is not constantly chipping away at your reserves because that is going to make it much more difficult to navigate the collective swells because we're also doing that. The collective swells are all around us. They're not in us, but it's impossible not to feel it, okay? And they're going to continue like it's kind of like your boundaries and your self-care are the vessel that you are floating around in a very stormy sea in. And the more you have good boundaries, the more you care for your energy, the more you take time when you need it, the stronger that vessel that you're traveling in is going to be, and the easier it will be for you to, move through the stormy weather and not be as, messed up by it, if that makes sense. So what we're doing right now is recognizing what we need and what we don't need and what are the patterns, what are the places, what are the things, what are the relationships that are just chafing you nonstop. And some of you have already done the work of completely moving those energies out of your field. And if you've done that, you're likely surfing through Cancer season a little bit differently than the rest of us, right? Because you don't have as many things flopping around. So that's really good. So we have about it's Monday. I would say by Friday we'll be feeling a little bit more fiery. We'll have like a little Leo energy coming through. Okay. And in between that time, like this stretch, Monday to Thursday, really take a little time for yourself to ask yourself those questions. Like, what is not serving me anymore? And I know we've asked that a lot, but like ask it again. Like ask it a few hundred times. Like really ask yourself, ask your body, like figure that out this week because you need that. You need that for yourself because you don't need to be dragging with you all of these old behavior patterns into fire season. Trust me. And it is exhausting, but there is such a massive energy shift coming for us in August. And we've been talking about it in the channeling. It's going to feel so good. And it's already going to start to feel good towards the end of this week. So hang in there, but continue to receive the information that is all around you and trying to reach you. And for most of you, that message is the same. Can you love yourself? Can you just love yourself so much that the choices that you make reflect that love? Can you give yourself time and space when you need it? Can you stop attacking your thoughts, your actions, your past, all of those things? Can we let that go? And instead, can we start to move into a space where you clearly communicate what it is you need, right? You clearly communicate what it is you need, and you walk away when you've clearly communicated what you need, and the other party is like, I can't give that to you. Cancer energy in its healed state doesn't stay around to fix everybody. Cancer energy in its healed state creates home for its own energy. Okay. So there's a lot swirling this week. And like I said, it's it's intense. But overall the theme is how do you take care of yourself? How do you listen to yourself and how do you move the energy away that doesn't need to be there anymore? So I hope that makes sense. Christine says I'm glitching on YouTube. I'm not sure. I'm not getting any weird energy stuff, but my technology has been weird all weekend. Bicken Nugget says I start my new semester in August and super nervous and excited, but more excited and scary at the same time. All right. Hello. By Leo says the more you embrace and express your needs, the more connected you are to your intuition and self trust. Absolutely. Um, yes. Well, I am going to switch over rather abruptly to cards because I'm feeling that very strongly. Mother energy is a huge part of this. Um, a lot of people in my close circle have been really dealing with a lot of another round of mother wounding coming up for healing. So we've definitely been feeling that energy big time. Solar flare expected to hit Earth sometime today. May disrupt tech. Yep, it's chaos energy out there. But again, like I always tell you guys, it's chaos out there, but you are not chaotic. So just remember that. It's not you. It's around you, but you're not the chaos. Not right now. All right. Let's jump into sensory card pulls. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're joining us this morning. Um, Sensory card pulls, I give you three things. You choose the thing that feels most resonant for you, and then you get a message. I do three separate card pulls from this deck. This is the Wisdom of Avalon by Colette Baron Reed. And it's been a minute. It's been a minute since we pulled because I wouldn't have pulled since last Monday. So it's been a whole 7 days. Have a great day. So I'm excited to see what comes through. So we're actually doing skulls again, or we're doing skulls, and I'm going to show you the skulls, and you can pick which skull is resonating with you. I just got to blow my nose one time. My goodness. Ah. All right. You ready? First up, we have Peony. So feel into Peony's energy and see if you feel like this is the connection for you this morning. And remember, you dropping your selection into the comments to make your choice. So this is Peony. like the flower. Okay. And then we have rocket. So feel into rocket. You feeling feeling rocket today. So we got rocket. And then last but certainly not least, we've got him. So feel into that energy. Handsome. Okay, so peony, rocket. These are heavy. You're heavy. Or him. Who are you feeling today? Peony, rocket, or him? And of course, you can pick more than one if more than one is calling to you. Peony, rocket, or him? It's interesting though. I was not really congested until I sat down to do this. So I just love it. All right. Yes, him, Him. Don't ask. Janelle says, peony running on the back of rocket. Okay. Peony's like, all right. Yeah, I've actually had all three of them have been wanting to be on my desk for a while now, so they're always here. They're always here, but today they wanted to be involved in the card pulls. Ooh, and I want you to be crooked. All right. So again, you're choosing from peony, like the flower, rocket, and him. All right, let's do this. We're going to start with peony. You guys ready? All right. All right, here we go. All right, so if you chose peony, this will be for you. Now remember, listen to all three. You can often find something in all of them. But if you picked peony, for example, and there's a specific message, then that will be probably more applicable to you. But take what resonates and, you know, leave the rest. All right, here's peony. We've got Merlin, partnership, and the wind fairy. Okay, so peony's bringing a very kind of a specific and very businessy type message for you. So let's talk about this with peony. This is for those of you who are. The best way to put this. Considering new ventures or partnerships in your business. Um, there's a few energies here to take into account. All right. So the Merlin is here to just remind you to kind of like keep your energy in your field. So let things kind of come to you as opposed to like extending outward, if that makes sense, because you need all of your energy here in the core of you, okay? That's where you'll be able to make the best decisions. You'll find balance. And if there needs to be like, do I go this way or that way? The best way to decide is when you're like right in here, like right in your body, have all your energy there. So, first things first, bring all of your energy back. Now, with with business stuff and new partnerships and kind of extending in different directions, maybe trying something that like is not your usual vibe, but you're like, I kind of want to bring this energy in. Of course you do, because there's so much swirling around as far as new creative energy. And you can absolutely ride that. You can absolutely enjoy that if you let yourself enjoy that. If there is overthinking, you are going to drive yourself insane. But there is a way that each of you know what's best for you. And I'm going to take a little gamble here and say that it's not what your brain says. You either have like a gut feeling about stuff, you have a knowing, like whatever it is, whatever your specific mechanism of knowing, like, ooh, this is something I actually do want to do. Whatever is a yes, then it's a yes. You don't need to then run it through your brain and go through it a million freaking times. If it's a yes, it's a yes. When it comes to partnerships, again, come back here. Keep all of your energy right here in the center. That's how you can make these decisions. And remember, what does a partnership mean to you? We are re examining what that means in the new energy. So, what that requires of you is that when you do embark on a new venture with somebody, you need to very clearly state your expectations because it's a new time. So you state your expectations, they state their expectations, and it becomes a conversation and a dance, okay? That allows everybody's needs to get met, okay? So very businessy here because there's a lot of creative energy happening and a lot of exciting new ideas popping up. And again, stay here in the present moment, stay in your body, bring all of your energy in, and remember how you personally know what's a yes for you. If it is a no, also please listen to that and don't feel bad about it. Don't feel like you're disappointing people because that's not really the accurate vibe, is it? If it's a no for you and you do it anyway, that's it's kind of ick and it's not kind to the other person. Okay? So only only go yes for yes. You'll feel good. You'll feel in alignment. If it's a no, no thank you. So there you go. That's your peony message. Goodness gracious. That's So I hope that resonated for my peony people. We've got Rocket coming up next. All right. So those of you who chose Rocket, just out of curiosity, have you been getting the Bard card a lot? Because I know this has been coming up. This is the one that yells at you to like write your book or tell your story. All right. So very different vibes for Rocket than we had for Peony. This is very not business related necessarily. We've got the Queen, Trust, and the Bard. What's your story? Let's talk about it. Okay. So, yes. So, most of you, yes. Okay. That's typically how this happens. You know how this magic is. So, if you've been getting this a lot, the bard is just here to remind you that your story is really important. Our stories are very important. Um, you need to tell your story because in the telling of your story, you open up avenues of connection. Okay. The more we tell our stories, the more we take ownership of our stories, the more we drown out the voices that are trying to tell our stories for us, that are trying to spin false narratives, that are trying to make us feel like we're all isolated and disconnected and that you're weird for your experiences or that you should be ashamed for your experience, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Telling your story gives you your power and reminds others how to take their power back as well. So if you've been getting the bard, you kind of know what this is about. It doesn't mean you need to write a book. And I will remind you about that. You don't need to write a book to tell your story. We just think of stories as being in books. Use your mouth, speak words. I don't know what your medium is for expressing who you are, but whatever it is, be truthful, right? Only tell true stories. How about that? How about instead of masquerading behind whatever narrative you've been living for most of your life, that to make yourself more easily digestible, to fit in, to feel better or whatever it is we're doing, make your parents happy, whatever it is. How about instead of spinning that narrative and continuing along with it, you let that go and start telling your story the way it actually is, right? And the happy consequence of actually doing that means that you'll attract to you people who want to love you exactly as you are. And I will tell you, last Wednesday in Coffee and Coaching, which is our small group coaching, um, I asked our members, what is your biggest fear? And it was kind of astounding to find out how many ways you can say the same thing. How many ways you can say the exact same thing. Do you know what we're all scared of, you guys? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to distill it down for you. We are all scared of being truly seen and then rejected. That's it. Being truly seen for exactly who we are and then being rejected. And yet, when we are truly in alignment, truly showing who we are, all the weird, um, isn't that what we love most about each other? I know that it's what I love most about my normalized magic community. You know, that I know that's what I love most about you guys. And when we connect together, I love it. Your weirdness does not make me feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel seen. And so trust that because that is actually more normal than normal. Okay. Now you have the queen as well because this is a lot of mother healing. This is feminine energy healing. This is divine feminine energy healing. Um, Women, feminine energy is meant to be connected to each other. The feminine energy is not meant to be isolated and just separated like that and have to do everything on their own. Feminine energy is meant to be connected. And we are all connected, but we've bought in to the lie that we're not. We've bought in to the lie that we have to attack each other and that we have to jump on top of each other to get to the top. And for what? For what? To be accepted by whom? Men? And then again, it's safe to say, you know, we're all kind of done with that narrative. So the queen is here to remind you that reconnecting with your ladies is not only a good idea, it is necessary. We need each other. We need each other. Okay? So build each other up, don't knock each other down. That is your rocket message. Oh, God. I'm sorry. It's so gross. I feel like my brain is just one big booger this morning. I hope I'm making sense. Jesus. And if you are interested in joining the Normalized Magic community in a more intensive and tight community way, come join us. You can start with a free trial, and you'll be able to join us on Wednesday morning for our um, small group coaching. You can find out more about that. There's a link in my profile, or you can send me a DM on Instagram. All right, last one. It's him. Let's see what this one is. Did you hear that, Janelle? It's Kitty. He's not even in here. All right. So, um, here's this one. It's him. So if we chose him, we've got the Lady of the Lake, which is she's been coming up quite a bit, huh? We got Truth again. Oh no, wait, that was Trust before. So we got Truth, and we got the Fire Fairy. Yay! I really want some fire. I'm ready for fire. Okay, so let's talk about what this story is. We're going to start with the Lady of the Lake and just put the truth behind her because it's kind of aligned with that energy. So, if you've been getting Lady of the Lake, you know already that this is all about your personal boundaries. Who is the Lady of the Lake? Do you know? Do you know what she does? If you see, she's holding Excalibur. She's holding the sword. And what she does is she is the only one who can part the mists of Avalon, which separate the island of Avalon from the land of men. Okay? She's the only one who can lead the barge in. That takes power, and that takes understanding, and that takes discernment. You don't let just anybody in, because then what would be the difference between the island of Avalon and the land of men? There would be no difference. It would just be a bridge. This is you right now deciding who gets to come into your inner sanctum and who isn't ready for that. You don't need to let everybody in. And you may have thought that you did, because we are trained very efficiently since birth as women that our role is to care for others. Our role is to have open arms and to give to those who need, and that is the highest form of being a woman. But that's bullshit. And I don't need to mince words about that. That's a program that keeps us powerless. That's a program that keeps us so burdened by the caring for others that we never care for ourselves. Okay? And as you step into your particular power, as you start to understand how precious your energy is, you won't want to give that away for free to anyone who's passing by. People need to earn their space in your space, right? So believe in yourself, okay? It's self respect. Respect yourself. Now, you also have the Fire Fairy, and this is going to be a little bit more specific to the energy that's happening right now for you this week, which is you're coming out of your soggy. And you're going to be ready, like you're going to dry out and you'll be ready to go. It's almost like, imagine you have like wings, butterfly wings, and like they've just been like wet. And so you're just like, I don't even know what to do. Like, I know I have these wings and wings are made for flying, but they are so heavy and wet, I can't possibly lift off. Fire's coming and it's going to dry out your wings, and then you're going to be able to go. So just be ready for that. And I know it's been frustrating and it's felt heavy and like sloggy, Um, but there's been a reason for it. It's slowed you down, right? It's made you have to wait on a few things that you're like, I don't want to wait. Well, you had to because you couldn't get your wings dry. However, they're going to dry off soon and you're going to remember how to use them and it's going to be great. Just remember that you don't need to push anything anymore. That's not how we do life anymore. We don't chase, we don't go grab things, and we certainly don't clutch onto things and hold them tight. Okay? Stay sovereign and follow your nudges. You're not going to miss anything. Okay? You're not going to miss what is for you. And I will remind all of you that that isn't even the energy of the whole point of what we're doing here on this earth. Like, we're looking at different words that we use, right? Like, what's my mission? Mission is problematic because it's very stressful and it implies that you can fail it. You can't. You can't fail. You're here to have human experiences. So as long as you're having human experiences, thumbs up, guys. You got it. You're having human experiences. That's what you came here to do. You didn't come here to discover that you were a dragon in a past life. You didn't come here to be like, well, I'm a star seed. You didn't come here to not be a human being. If that was going to be what you were doing, you wouldn't have come here to do it because you were all those things already. Why would you, what kind of a game is that? That's a strange game. It's wow, it doesn't make any sense. Like, think about it for a second. You came here to do human things, you're an earthling. If you're not on Earth, you're an alien to people on Earth. If you're on a different planet, you're not an alien. Like, do you know? Like, just, it's a big universe. It's a big universe out there. As long as you're humaning, you're two thumbs up, not just one, you're two thumbs up. And how do you like level that up even more? Be conscious of it. Seek experiences that feel exciting to you. Stop being so scared of stepping out of your comfort zone. Stop being so scared of connecting with people, right? We're so scared of being hurt, as if being hurt by another person is the absolute worst thing that could ever happen. How many times have you had your heart broken? Huh? How many times have you said to yourself, "Oh, my heart's broken and I'm not going to be able to go on. There's no way that I will ever love again. There's no way that I'm going to overcome this loss." There, like, how many times has that happened to you? It's happened to me a lot. And in those moments, that was my truth. And I respect that for myself. But it has never been the case for me, in my experience, that this heart ever loses its ability to expand and love. It's not a thing. It's just like when you have a kid and you're like, wow, I really love this like weird little alien looking creature. Like, I made this baby and I love this baby so much and I could never love, like, how could I have another one? I wouldn't have room to love that baby. Guess what? You have another one and it's like, oh, there's secret compartments here. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. That's because the more you love, the bigger your heart gets. There's no end to it. It's like that's how you find infinity. That's it. So, be a human. And I understand we're all getting so many interesting downloads right now, and we're so fascinated by all the energy and like aliens are coming or they're already here. And like, I channel them all the time. But you didn't come here to discover that you're not from here. We got that already. You came here to have the human experience. So don't rob yourself of that because, that's how we miss it, right? Every moment is a gift that we can give for ourselves, right? Even the hard ones. So just do your human stuff and enjoy it. And if at the end of the day you've had some human experiences, then check it off. I did a good job today. I had human experiences. That is all. I'm going to go. I've got to take my kids to camp. Thank you all for being here with me this morning. I look forward to connecting with some of you in readings this week. And I will be posting the next live channeling really soon. If you're new to me, make sure you're joined to my email list because I send out announcements on there, like when I cancel Coffee and Magic or if I'm shifting time. I'm usually here 8:30 in the morning on Mondays and 10 a.m. on Fridays, but sometimes it changes. So just get on the email list. The link's in my profile. And I will see my normalized magic friends on Wednesday morning, and I'll see the rest of you on Friday. Mwah. I love you guys.